Hi, this is Kim from hernameiskim.com, and I'm going to talk about WordPress widgets, exactly what they are and how you can configure them to add cool information or widgets or plugins to your website. So WordPress is mainly cool because you can actually drag and drop cool things on your website based on where the widget area is. So this area here, on this particular theme that I'm using from StudioPress, which is the Genesis. I'm using the Genesis framework for this website. And here and here and here are all widget areas. So you can pretty much drag and drop pretty much anything that can be created as far as a widget goes. You can drag and drop that in these areas here. So this one, we have a newsletter widget. These are text widgets here, here, and here. And this is actually a slider widget, which is used for images and that are it enables it to rotate, the images to rotate. If you move on over to the blog, if you're familiar with WordPress, you know that you can pretty much add anything over here to this area over here, which is called the primary sidebar. So, which is you can add the search button or the search area. You can add, this is actually in a text widget, add some images here and our newsletter. You can even add, actually this one is not enabled, but this theme is not enabled for footer widgets, but some themes are enabled, so you can actually add widgets down at the bottom here. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on the back end because it looks cool here, but there's some work that needs to be done. So if you want to actually update a widget or add a widget, we're going to go to Appearance on the dashboard. From here, there's a menu here on the left, Appearance, and then click on Widgets. It'll give you all the available widgets. Okay, now when you add certain plugins, it'll also, so certain plugins like, for instance, like the newsletter, the Genesis e-news and updates widget, or I'm sorry, the e-news extended, that's the one that I'm using for the newsletter widget, they'll populate here. And these are all the sections that we discussed. So we have the primary sidebar, and you'll see all the widgets that are available here. So this right here, this text widget, it shows the code for the buttons that are used for the social media icons. So this is the code for that. And then you have your search widget was just a plain old, you just drag and drop it over there. It populates itself. So you can actually change, how they're located, where they're located, the order that they appear in. There's a bunch of cool widgets that the Genesis frameworks offers, like the featured page widget, the user profile widget, featured post category, and pretty much whatever the widget is or it does, it shows underneath here. So it gives a little description of exactly what it is. If you have this theme enables you to have more than one sidebar. So if you want to add another sidebar, you would drag the widget here. So for this theme, we're pretty much not going to touch any of the other widgets because they're going to be pretty stationary. So we're just mainly going to focus on the primary sidebar. So the primary sidebar, the things that are cool on blogs, if you want to add a calendar over here, that's great. If you want to have, let's see, maybe you want to add your latest tweets to the sidebar. You can add those over there. You would just enter your title of the sidebar, which is like latest tweets, and then you can actually enter your username here, and you can just pretty much enter all the information that it asks for. Click save, and that information will appear on the sidebar. You can also add, if you have any recent posts, you can add that over there. Let's see, another thing. Let's move the calendar out actually, and let's actually just put events. So we'll just put like the name of the events. It'll just say future events. You can order it. You can just click save, and it'll list the last 5 events that are going on. Another thing, let's see what else would be cool to add here. I think that's, if you want to add some categories. So whatever categories you have, that'd be a cool thing to add to the sidebar. And you can, select these boxes here if you want to enable those to show. If not, just click save, and then, these little arrow will close and toggle the menu close. So if you want to see the effects of what you've done, click on your website. And this is only going to show on the blog because it's the primary sidebar. So here we go. Here we have some events that are coming up here. So you can actually click on the link. I don't know why this is showing up, but this shows all the categories that are available. Events. This is why I'm hot and uncategorized. So those are the categories that are available. So if you actually click on this, it'll show you the event here. So if you have more information about the event, that will be listed here. And that is how you use the widgets. So it's pretty easy. You just drag and drop what you want, what you don't want. Another thing I wanted to point out on the widget section is that, say for instance, you wanted to take the events tag out, but you wanted your information to stay intact. You put here an inactive widget. So you can drag them here when you want to remove them from the sidebar, but you want to keep their settings. So you want to keep all the information intact, you just drop it over here. So if you ever wanted to use it again, you just drag it back over here again. I actually just kind of want to see what the events calendar looks like. So I'm just going to drop that in there. And I guess here's a little key that'll show you whatever category it is, and just click save. And we'll just take a look over here. And I want to see what it looks like on the blog, what the actual calendar looks like. Oh, okay, cute. So it's a little calendar, and it has highlighted the date. And it kind of, when you hover over it, it'll tell you what's going on. So if you have multiple events, like, this is cool because it'll all be highlighted. So I like that. So when you click on that, then here's your event here. So that's actually a cool little widget to add to your sidebar. So that's it. So widgets are a cool thing to use to add more information to your sidebar. Just be careful, don't get overwhelmed, don't add too many. Just add the ones that are relevant that you think will generate traffic to the rest of your website. That's the most important thing. So if you have any questions, you can email me at kim@hernameiskim.com, or you can check me out on my website at www.hernameiskim.com, or you can find me on Twitter at hernameiskim_, or on Facebook at hernameiskim blog. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your day.